Today we will be teaching you how to use a Navmesh to simulate collision in A-frame.
Open your code editor and copy the 3 CDN links in the description. These CDN links will give you access to A-frame and 2 packages that are required to accomplish our task.
So I'll just uncomment those CDN links. Now let's go to the A-frame website and click on Hello Web VR. And we'll use this boilerplate code to get set up. Paste everything into the code editor. So we will go into the Visual Inspector. You can either pick an option to copy the HTML into the clipboard or export it as an HTML here. We're also going to have to make a few changes to the scene and camera to make sure that everything works properly.
Add Inspector plugin recast to your opening A scene tag. And in addition to that, you want to create a rig and nest the camera inside of it. There are certain flags that you need to toggle before you are set. In the rig, set constrain to Navmesh to true.
Okay, next let's set up a ramp using some planes. So when we run our boilerplate code right now, we should get this, which should be the shapes and a plane. And next we are going to create 2 more planes to make a ramp, and to do so we are just going to rotate one along the x-axis to create a diagonal, and another one we're going to increase the y-axis so that it's on the other side of it. And then when we run that, we'll refresh this page. And then if we turn around, we see that we have our ramp behind it.
Next, open up the inspector in your A-frame project. And at the bottom, you'll see a lot of settings. Play around with the Navmesh settings until you get something that encompasses all the planes and your figures on the planes. For instance, this doesn't work because the Navmesh isn't set on top of our ramp. So to fix that, we'll play around with the settings until we get something that is walkable.
Some things that you probably want to play around with is the max slope that impacts the slope that is walkable, some of the max climbs, cell size and cell height for this, and also agent radius. So when you get those settings for whatever whatever you want, and then build, and then you can export it. So you're going to export this as a GLTF, and then go back to your text editor and import this GLTF. We have this right here.
Now you should be able to walk around on the Navmesh.
So here you see the built Navmesh on it, and we don't collide on these shapes. We can walk up this ramp and onto this new platform. And we can walk back down. Yay!